Hey, do you own a 2006 to 2011 Chevrolet HHR? Chances are, if you own one of these cars, you'll have a water leak, and the water will pile up on the passenger front floor mat. The cause of the problem is underneath this panel underneath the hood, and we're going to show you how to fix it today. First, you're going to need to order this part from GM. I got this from the McMaster dealer here in London, Ontario, and this is the part number that you'll need. So the tools that you're going to need is a new cover, a small flathead screwdriver, or a pick will work to get the caps off the wiper covers for the bolts. A 7mm socket. I use a 1/4 inch drive ratchet with an extension. 3/8 drive ratchet with a 15mm socket. Some sort of pry tool and some needle nose pliers, and that is all you will need. Plus a razor blade to scrape off the dum-dum off the car, and if you have any Acrosol or a solvent-based cleaner to remove this off the body, you can use that, and perhaps some shop rags. So open the hood, you'll see your cowl cover here, and you're going to want to take off the covers for the wiper to access the nut on the end of the wipers. Next, you're going to want to remove the 15mm bolt that holds on the wiper arm. Next, you're going to want to pop this off here. Slide the wiper assembly off. You want to put it back in the same location. Next thing you want to do is remove these tabs and push them down. You'll see why after. Next, you're going to want to use a 7mm socket. I'm using a 1/4 inch ratchet. Okay, now just remove the cowl. It should just pop right off. And just unplug the windshield washer reservoir lines. You can pull this cowl out of the way so you can work on it. And here's exactly why there's water getting in the cabin. This holds water. Water gets in through here, down through there. This is just a poor design flaw from the wonderful engineers at GM. So we're going to remove this cover. Now, I bought a direct cover right from GM. You can probably make your own, and if it's not torn, you may be able to reuse this one and reseal it. But I bought a new one, and it came with dum-dum on it, so I might as well reuse a new one, and it was cheap enough. It wasn't very expensive. And that is where your cabin filter sits, which is now soaked. So I'll have to pull that out and dry it out. Now, as you can see, what seems to be a common problem with GM is the water comes in through here, gets in the cabin filter, and then it ends up down in the fan motor, and then the fan motors start to squeal and make all kinds of noise, which is a very common problem. And there's a drain down here, but unfortunately it doesn't always drain thoroughly down to the bottom. It's supposed to exit the car, but it ends up going in the cabin filter and then ends up burning out the motor on the interior of the car. Now you can use a solvent-based cleaner. I'm going to use some Acrosol. This is great for removing stickers and anything that's tacky. Because you want the area to be clean prior to sticking on the new cover with the dum-dum on it. And as you can see, inside the fan motor there, it looks pretty clean. Sometimes they get full of leaves. You want to clean that out while you have this available. And I've cleaned out the drain down here. And I've cleaned off the dum-dum. So now we can get ready to install the new cover. And if there was ever a time you needed to change your wiper motor, this would be the time. Very simple, just to take this cover off and to replace the wiper motor. And as you can see, it's a direct fit replacement. Obviously the material is different, whereas this is like a rubber type surface with the dum-dum on the back. And this is probably just a, yeah, it says peel, and then we can stick it on. So before I peel it off, just want to mark up my holes. Got your bolt hole and then another one there for the fascia cover. So we just want to line that up, make sure get the right gasket, and now we can peel it off and install. This is more of a hard plastic as a replacement part than the original one from GM that they put on in the factory. It seems like it's going to be a bit of a bear to get it on underneath here. Okay, reassemble the wipers. Now this is a bit of a trick. Oops. Because you want to line it up that it's not too low, not too high. And you want the spline lined up. Now, before you put the cap back on, you're going to want to turn the wipers on and make sure that they're aligned properly. Okay, so I've checked the wiper position, and the washer fluid sprays properly, and the wiper arms are lined up perfectly. And the last thing is to put these caps on and close the hood, and you're all done. So that's how you quickly repair a water leak on a 2006 Chevrolet HHR that goes into the passenger side cabin floor. If you like this video, give it a like. If you enjoy my channel, subscribe. More how-to videos on repairing some cars coming up. Have a pain-free day, and always remember, stay positive.